Alright, let's have a little chat about that plastic rectangle that you whip out to pay for your overpriced coffee and questionable life choices. How did you make it this far in life, successfully purchasing things without actually knowing why one card demands your secret 4-digit code and the other is perfectly happy with a scribble that looks like a seismograph reading during an earthquake? Today, I'll explain why debit cards need a PIN but credit cards don't to you, like you're 5 years old. And by the end of this, you'll finally understand the deep, dark secrets of the checkout line, and you'll be able to tap, dip, or swipe with the smug confidence of someone who is truly in the know. So, let's get down to the absolute most important thing you need to understand. It's so simple, yet it's the key to this entire mystery. The whole reason for the different security rules comes down to one question. Whose money are you spending? Say it with me now. Whose money is it? That's it. That's the whole secret. One card spends your money, and the other card spends the bank's money. Now, let's start with your debit card. Your debit card's not a magic money card. I'm sorry to be the one telling you this. It's actually just a key, a special plastic key that unlocks your checking account. Your checking account is like your very own personal piggy bank, but instead of being shaped like a pig, it's a boring digital box that a bank holds onto for you. When you get your paycheck, you put your money into your piggy bank, and when you need to buy groceries or pay rent, you take money out of your piggy bank. The debit card is the super convenient tool that lets you get money out of that piggy bank without having to go to the bank directly and ask for it politely. It's a direct line, a magic straw, sipping money directly out of your account. The money you're spending is yours. It belonged to you 1 second ago, and now it belongs to the grocery store. It's your cash. Now, if this card is a key to your entire piggy bank, a piggy bank holding all of the money that you have for the month, would you want that key to be easy to use? If you lost that key on the bus, would you want the person who finds it to be able to immediately go to your piggy bank and take out all of your money? No, of course not. I mean, that would be terrible. You'd have no money for food. You'd have to eat the leftover ketchup packets in your junk drawer. This is why your debit card has a PIN. A PIN, which stands for Personal Identification Number, is a secret password. It's the secret knock for your piggy bank. The debit card is the key, but the PIN is you whispering, "Open sesame," into the lock. It's a second layer of protection for your own good. I mean, the bank insists you have a PIN because they are protecting your money. When you put your card into the machine and type in those 4 little numbers, you're sending a secret message to the bank that says, "Hey, it's me, the actual owner of this money. I'm standing here right now and I approve this purchase. Please, give me my money to this coffee shop." The transaction is instant. The moment you press enter, the machine sends a super fast signal to your bank and it asks 2 questions. Is this the right secret code? And does this person actually have enough money in their piggy bank for this $7 latte? If the answer is yes to both, the money vanishes from your account immediately. Poof, gone. It's been transferred. It's an online transaction, meaning that it happens in real time. The system has to check your balance right then and there because you can't spend money that you don't have. I mean, you can't write a check for $1 million if your piggy bank only has a crumpled $5 bill and some lint inside. A debit card transaction is a direct and immediate withdrawal of your own funds. The PIN is the guardian at the gate, making sure you and only you are the one doing the withdrawing. Now, let's talk about that other piece of plastic, the credit card. A credit card is a completely different animal. It operates on a totally different principle. And when you use a credit card, are you spending your own money? No, you're not. Whose money are you spending? You're spending the bank's money. The bank that gave you the card is paying for your stuff. A credit card is basically a fancy pre-approved loan. It's the bank saying, "Listen, you seem like a reasonably responsible person. We'll give you this card and you can use it to buy things. We'll pay for it all up front. You're borrowing our money. Then, at the end of the month, we'll send you a bill and you have to pay us back." It's like going out to dinner with a very rich, very organized friend. You want to buy a big, fancy steak, but you forgot your wallet. So you turn to your friend and you say, "Hey, can you spot me? I'll pay you back on Tuesday." Your friend, the bank, says, "Sure thing," and pays the restaurant. You get to eat the steak. The restaurant is happy. Your friend is happy. I mean, everyone's happy. But you still owe your friend money. The credit card is just a formalized system for doing this over and over and over again. You are borrowing, and it's a constant cycle of borrowing and repaying. So, if you're spending the bank's money, does the bank care as much about a super secret password at the point of sale? Not in the same way. I mean, they're not protecting your piggy bank. They're protecting their own giant, massive Scrooge McDuck-style vault of money. And how do they protect their vault? Well, they don't rely on you to remember a 4-digit number. No. They have much bigger, more powerful tools. The bank is taking on the risk. When you swipe a credit card, the bank is betting that you are who you say you are, and that you will eventually pay them back. Because they're the ones taking the financial risk. They have built enormous, complex, and frankly, kind of scary systems to protect themselves. Instead of a simple PIN, credit card security relies on fraud detection. The bank's computers are always watching. They have a profile of your spending habits, and they know you usually buy gas in Cleveland, Ohio, and groceries on Tuesday nights. So, if your credit card is suddenly used to buy $5,000 worth of designer handbags in Paris, then a big red flag goes up at the bank. Their system will say, "Wait a minute, this doesn't seem right. This person is probably at their boring desk job in Cleveland, not on a shopping spree in France." They might decline the transaction or send you a text message asking, "Was this you?" This behind-the-scenes monitoring is their primary security. It's their high-tech alarm system for their own money. So, why the signature? The signature is mostly a holdover from the old days, a piece of financial theater. It used to be a way for the merchant to have some sort of proof that you authorized the purchase. In reality, though, nobody ever checks those signatures. I mean, your signature for a pizza could be a drawing of a boat, and it would still get approved. These days, with Tap to Pay, even the signature is disappearing. Why? Because the bank has decided that for small purchases, the convenience for you and the merchant is more important than a useless scribble. They're so confident in their fraud detection systems that they'll take that small risk. This all comes down to liability, which is pretty much a grown-up word for who has to pay when things go wrong. With a debit card, if a thief gets your card and your PIN, they can drain your account. The money is gone, your money, and getting it back can be a nightmare. You have to file a report and prove that it was stolen, and in the meantime, your rent check might bounce. The consequences for you are immediate and severe. That's why the PIN is so important. It's the strong frontline defense for your actual cash. With a credit card, if a thief steals your card and goes on a shopping spree, whose money are they spending? The bank's money. You are protected by law. Your liability for fraudulent credit card charges is usually capped at a very low amount, often $0. You just call the bank, say, "That wasn't me," and they remove the charges. They launch an investigation because, they want to get their money back, and you're mostly an inconvenienced bystander. The bank is actually the victim, and since they're the victim, they're the ones who have invested billions of dollars in preventing the crime from happening in the first place with their fancy computers. They would rather let you tap your card with no password and catch the fraud later than inconvenience you. Now, you might be thinking, but wait, when I use my debit card, the machine sometimes asks me debit or credit. What's that all about? Now this is a great and confusing question. When you use your debit card and choose debit, you're authorizing the transaction with your PIN. The money comes out of your account instantly. It's the piggy bank key and secret password method that we talked about before. And when you choose credit, you're telling the machine to process the transaction through a credit card network, like Visa or MasterCard, instead of the debit network. You'll still sign your name or maybe not do anything at all. The money still comes out of your same checking account though. It's still your piggy bank, but the message takes a slightly different route to get there. It might take a day or two longer for the money to actually leave your account. For you, the main difference is signing instead of typing a PIN. Some people believe this offers slightly better fraud protection because it uses the credit network's rules, but at the end of the day, it's still your money that's at risk. You might also see people in movies or on vacation in other countries using a PIN for their credit card. This is called chip and PIN, and it's the standard in most of Europe and Canada. They decided adding a PIN to credit cards was a good idea to add another layer of security. The United States has been slow to make this rule change, preferring chip and signature. Why? Well, it's a mix of habit, the cost of updating systems, and the American banks being extremely confident in their ability to detect fraud without needing you to do any extra work. They want spending their money to be as easy and frictionless as possible. So, let's recap this like you're actually 5. Your debit card is the key to your personal toy box full of all your favorite toys. The PIN is the secret password that only you know, so that your annoying cousin can't come in and take all your toys. It's very important to keep your toys safe. Your credit card is like a special card that lets you borrow toys from the giant toy store downtown. The toy store owner, the bank, lets you borrow whatever you want because they know who you are, they know where you live, and they'll send your parents a bill at the end of the month. The toy store has its own security guards and cameras watching everything, so they aren't really worried about you knowing a secret password. They're watching their own toys. Debit is your toys, credit is the store's toys. It's that simple. So, there you have it. Your debit card is a key to your very own treasure chest, and the PIN is the secret private password. No password, no treasure. Your credit card is a magic IOU note that you give to the bank, and they're just happy to have your business, so they make it super easy to use because they'll get their money back from you later. They're watching you all the time. Don't worry. See, you totally get it now. You're not clueless anymore. You're a financial security genius. So go ahead, put that on your resume. And now, go tap your card with the confidence of someone who actually knows what's going on. Or, just fake it like the rest of us.